everyone, welcome back to another video. I am on Hugo and it is Friday evening, and tomorrow we are heading out to another one-day event with him. It's a training one-day event and it's a new venue for both of us, I believe. It's at Dallas Burston Polo Club, and yeah, the team there are putting on a training one-day event. We are doing the 70 section, so you do a 70 dressage test. Come on! 70 dressage test equivalent and 70 show jumping, and then actually the cross country they've got at 70, 80, 90 and you can pick and choose, but I think I'll probably stick at 70 tomorrow, and then hopefully, all being well, my plan is to then, when at the next one, enter the 80 section, and then we get to do the 80 show jumping and pick and choose between the 70 and 80 cross country fences. So yeah, it's a really good idea for green ponies and babies. So yeah, I'm excited to take him out. It is very hot this week. We've had like another heat wave. It's almost 6 p.m. this evening and we've ditched the saddle, we've ditched the jumpers. Slowly this week I've been like taking off more and more tack and riding leggings. It's just too hot. But luckily tomorrow they've put everyone really early. So hopefully we should be done before it gets too hot. My dressage is before 9 a.m. and then my show jumping's at like 9:30, and then you get to go cross country whenever you want after that. So really we should be done by 10 a.m, which will be lovely and nice and cool at that time of the morning. But that is why I'm starting this vlog this evening, because the early start means that we have got an even earlier start to get ready and leave. I think we are leaving at about 6:30 tomorrow. So I thought I would save the early morning vlogging and start the vlog now and do a little debrief. And yes, so I'm just taking him for a little leg stretch because it is still really hot. And then when we get back, I will bath him and plait him up. And then hopefully the plaits will stay in overnight and we will be ready to just roll out of bed and into the lorry in the morning, because yeah, I'm gonna try and savour as much sleep as possible.
I got no ticket for the subway. I guess I have to take a walk if I wanna get home. It's hard to get a cab on Friday, so I was wondering if I could stay together with you tonight. It would be cool if I could share a little spot on your couch. Am I a fool if I think that you and I could feel okay with me calling it out? Oh baby, please let me stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. I just need time and it won't take too long till you see through me anyway, and you get why I wanna stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. We just need time and it won't take too long till you see through me anyway. We just need time. So baby, please let me stay. Your dog ate my shoelace, and don't you wanna watch Pretty Woman till the end? I owe some money to my roommate and I'm broke, so I was wondering if I could stay together with you tonight. It would be cool if I could share a little spot on your couch. Am I a fool if I think that you and I could feel okay with me calling it out? Oh baby, please let me stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. I just need time and it won't take too long till you see through me anyway, and you get why I wanna stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. We just need time and it won't take too long till you see through me anyway. We just need time. Oh baby, please let me stay.
As you can see, Hugo warmed up really nicely. I was so pleased with him. He just came in and settled straight away and was focused on me. So we were able to keep it really short and sweet, which worked well because, as I said earlier, it was very hot this day. So here we are heading into our arena, and I thought he stayed nice and straight on this centre line. There was a little like wasp thing flying in front of my phone there, so apologies for that. It does disappear. So we got a 7 for our first centre line with the comment, pole could be higher, and that is just one thing that he does do sometimes. He's so soft in the mouth that he sometimes goes behind the vertical, and then his pole isn't obviously the highest point. And we go straight into a left 20-metre circle. We turn across at E, so then at X we're doing a 20-metre circle left. Got another 7 for this with the same comment, pole could be higher, and then at X we change and start going right for a 20-metre circle, and we just got a 7 for this with no comment. And I thought he felt pretty good. He was a little bit falling in. He falls right when in the flat work, so I thought he was falling in a little bit on this right circle, but I thought his bend stayed nice, and then the canter comes up quite quickly. So now we go in a straight line to the corner, and then in this corner we go to canter, and I'm just going to replay that transition really slowly because it felt horrendous, but it's not too bad. So we struck off canter really nicely, but here he almost went the wrong side of that whiteboard, and you can see he does a little skip, and then for me I thought that felt horrendous, and then you can see that messed up the next corner. He was very wiggly. So we got a 6.5 for this 20-metre circle with the comment on forehand, and then we had to go down the long side and we got the comment wobbly, which was true. Like, look how his quarters it in, his quarters out. Oh, it felt awful. It felt like it was all over the place. And then I thought that downwards transition to trot and then walk all just felt a bit abrupt, but actually we got 7s for that, and I think it just felt really bad, but actually he manages to kind of hide his wobbliness quite well in those downwards transitions. Now we're straight into a free walk on a long rein, and I thought he was taking larger steps, and he's starting to stretch down. He's getting it more at home now. It's just trying to get it in the ring. But we did get a 7. He was very consistent throughout this test. It's pretty much 7s. Now we are picking back up into medium walk, and I couldn't remember here whether you trot at F or between. Yeah, it is trot at F, so good job I waited. Sorry, I was just trying to look back on the sheet. I couldn't remember, and I'd watched a couple before me, and they seemed to trot by F, so I thought, okay, I'll hold off my trotting until F. And here I prepared better for that transition. I was really pleased with that left canter transition. I thought he jumped into it, and his head stayed nice, and we're into a 20-metre circle. We did get a 6.5 for this canter with the comment on forehand, so that's just something I need to work on, because that was the only negative comments we got in this test, really. But I think coming up the long side there, he looks really nice, and we did get a 7 for our downwards transition, which was good. I think I balanced him a little bit better, and then we are just coming across to change the rein, which we got a 7 for. So yeah, I think I just need to work on him not getting, his pole not getting too low in the canter, particularly, specifically in the test. And then we just do another change the rein across the arena here. And I just try not to hurry him, because sometimes I think I push for too much when I'm changing the rein to try and like show him off, but then he just rushes. And then here, I think I overshot this. He falls right, and I should have learned. I thought I had his right shoulder enough, but you can see there, I just then quickly came back in. And luckily she didn't seem to notice, because we got a 7. And the halt comes up really quick on a baby at X, but we got a 7. I have had to cram that all in, but our collectives were 7 for paces, 7 for impulsion, 6.5 for submission, and 7 for position and seat of the rider. And our comments were, lovely horse, now needs to be a little more supple through to the contact, but well presented test. So yeah, really pleased with him. Just come back from our dressage test, and I am pretty pleased with it, to be honest. He warmed up really nicely. We had a couple of issues in the whiteboards. I felt like we were almost coming out of the whiteboards at one point, but I haven't watched it back, and it always feels worse than it looks. Apparently it looked okay, so I just heard his foot at one point touch the whiteboard, and on the first right canter transition, didn't feel like we stayed very straight in the arena. But apart from that, he's being really good, and we've just done a quick change, put on his martingale, changed his numner, and gonna head down to show jumping before it gets too hot, because it's already getting quite hot, and it's only, well, it's 5 to 9 now in the morning. But yes, he's being a very good boy so far.
So approximately 10 minutes left to go in this 70 centimetres show jumping.
So when the bell goes, you need to be
do make your way down to our show jumping arena. Just 6 of you, please, in our collecting ring. So please, competitor, make your way down the arena as quickly as you can. Get on.
I think the worst one is number 4, isn't it?
Thank you. Are you having a snooze? Good boy. We want to go cross country now? Yes, you're being very good.
I got no ticket for the subway. I guess I have to take a walk if I wanna get home. It's hard to get a cab on Friday. So I was wondering if I could stay together with you tonight. It would be cool if I could share a little spot on your couch. Am I a fool if I think that you and I could feel okay with me calling it out? Oh baby, please let me stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. I just need time, and it won't take too long till you see through me anyway. And you get why I wanna stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. We just need time, and it won't take too long till you see through me anyway. We just need time. Your dog ate my shoelace. And don't you wanna watch Pretty Woman till the end? I owe some money to my roommate, and I'm broke, so I was wondering if I could stay together with you tonight. It would be cool if I could share a little spot on your couch. Am I a fool if I think that you and I could feel okay with me calling it out? Oh baby, please let me stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. I just need time, and it won't take too long till you see through me anyway. And you get why I wanna stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. We just need time, and it won't take too long till you see through me anyway. We just need time. Oh baby, please let me stay. Cause you and I got a thing going on. I just need time, and it won't take too long till you see through me anyway. And you get why I wanna stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. We just need time, and it won't take too long till you see through me anyway. We just need time.
And we are all home. Wow, that was very hot. I can barely see, it's so bright. Maybe if I come down here. No, that's actually even worse. Hugo is in there enjoying some sloppy feed. You probably can't see him. I cannot see what I am filming because the sun is so bright. But I'm absolutely over the moon with him today. He was such a good boy. He was amazing. We just tried to get everything done as quickly as possible so that he'd be done in the, oh, there he is. in the coolest temperatures of the day. Luckily we did have very early times anyway, but once we got going we just kind of wanted to keep going and not hang around. So I'm afraid I forgot to film any of the cross-country course walk. So hopefully, I think Mum actually did quite a good job standing in the middle and would have got most of the course. Hopefully you can hear me over that slobbery eating in the background, but oh, he was amazing. I did a little debrief after dressage, I think. We scored 31 for our test, which I'm very pleased about actually, because I think I made quite a big mistake on the right canter. The initial transition into canter was not very good, and then coming back to trot, it was so wobbly. So that let us down a bit. Got 6.5s for that and a couple of others, but overall a very, very consistent test, and yeah, really pleased with him. Show jumping, he was amazing because it was a very bright course. Like every jump there was something to look at really, and he hasn't show jumped in probably nearly 3 weeks. So yeah, he was so bold, almost a bit bold, so we had that last fence down. So I think now I just need to work on keeping him a bit more collected, because he was just attacking that course and loving it, which is so nice. Yeah, I'm so pleased with his show jumping. He was so good, and yes, he was very confident and absolutely loves it. And then on to cross country, and he still had lots of energy and warmed up really nicely. I don't think Mum got any of warm up because she was going to get in position, but he just popped everything really nicely. We had like a drain pipe type jump, so it was quite a spooky fence, but he didn't even care. Like he was like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, and flew round clear. So I'm so pleased with him. He didn't look at anything. He was amazing. He just is, yeah, getting more and more confident with each outing, and definitely enjoyed today, and it was such a good thing to do. It just took the pressure off, but it still was busy enough that it had that atmosphere. It wasn't marked or anything, so with like placings, it was just you get your score and that's what you got. But yeah, so pleased with him. Hopefully you enjoyed watching him come out to another one-day event, and at the next one, depending on when it is, I might potentially then step him up to the 80 because he had such a good run today. So yes, absolutely over the moon with him. Such a good boy. He's definitely getting the hang of this eventing and enjoying it. But I think he'll be pleased to be back in his stable now and chill for this afternoon, because it is so hot. It's ridiculously hot, but yes. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.